Hello, Stephanie Zima here, My Way of Life Coaching. And today I want to talk to you about what and how to post content that is authentic to you. Because that is what I hear so many times. I talk to online entrepreneurs every single day, and every single day I get the question, I don't really know what to post. I don't know how to convert conversations. I don't know how to move the needle forward in the activities that I'm supposed to be doing. And therefore, I don't do enough reach outs. I don't do enough to create leads and sell the things that I'm supposed to sell, right? Sounds familiar? Yes, probably. Because, see, here's the situation. You start your online business and you're being told by your upline, the person that sells you your welcome pack, that, hey, it's going to be so easy. You're just going to find the three people. You're going to look for your mother, you're going to look for your friend, and you're going to look for your husband maybe, or another friend, right? Or your sister. Let's say your sister. You're going to look for your sister. And you're going to sign them up, and here you are with core rank, and you are going to get your bonus, and it's going to be amazing, yada, 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 yada. Sounds familiar? I know, it's the same game for no matter what company you're in, it's always the same. The problem is, though, that your mother, your sister, and your friend are not buying your stuff because they genuinely need it. They are buying it just to support you. The problem here is that, yes, the first time it works great. Second month, they're not going to reorder. And that's where you get stuck, right? Sounds familiar. Now you have to start attracting leads. You have to attract leads. You have to convert leads. You have to figure out who you're going to talk to about the products that you have. And that's where your brain goes on over mode and you're like, I don't know what to post. I don't know what I'm all about. Like, confusion hits. You're trying desperately and posting your products and copying and pasting from your uplines things. And, somehow it works for everybody but you. Right? I know. I've been there, you guys. I have been there. For years and years, I was trying to figure out how on earth is everyone else succeeding, but I wasn't. I was not succeeding. I wasn't getting the customers that I needed to get. I wasn't able to convert anybody. And it drove me mad. And frankly, I probably would have quit already a long time ago if I would have not been so dang stubborn, right? It's that German in me still that is so stubborn that I could not understand why Sally over here would win and why she would make all the sales and why she would go to the top of the company, but I wasn't making any money. Now, I dug deep. Okay, I dug deep. I went to all the mindset coachings. I learned all the things. I started realizing the power of the paradigm. That is your inner personal computer that has all the thoughts and the opinions from your parents and your caregivers and the school teachers and all the people that you came in contact with. All their opinions are being stored in your brain, in your paradigm, it's called. And it runs you on autopilot. So if you are starting to take an activity that your mother always disapproved of and was yelling at you for when you did it or attempted, your brain will already make you stay clear of that. Okay? That's when you start procrastinating or when you have some self-sabotage and you just can't really figure out, why am I not doing the things? It's something that's stored in your paradigm that's stopping you because your brain anticipates fear, pain, disruptions of some sort or disapproval of some sort. And basically, it's equaling those feelings with death, right? So it's going to do everything in its power to make you stop doing that such thing. Okay, so that's the one side of it. But then we don't really know, how do we attract the leads? How do we get the people that are going to talk to us? Because the 100 people that we know personally, we've already talked to them and they're running away from us in the grocery stores and, birthday parties. Everybody's like, here she comes again, right? Yes, you know exactly what I'm talking about. But what I want to tell you here today is I've learned a better system. I have learned a better system. And because I am so stubborn and I wasn't going to give up, and I kept digging and digging and digging and learning how to get in touch with my authentic self and how that all plays into sales, and how, you are going to be able to still have success that does not feel cringy or something when you sell your products. That's why I'm here to share with you. Okay. So I believe building an online business is the best thing because you get to beef up your finances. You get to learn how to sell things and have money coming in at any given time, but it doesn't work without skills. So yes, you have to heal some of those thoughts. Yes, you have to connect with your authenticity and with your purpose and what do you even want to do. And then you have to learn skills. That's your leveling up part. You have to learn skills to actually make this happen. And today we're going to be talking about what to post, how to make things happening. Okay. Now, in order for you to post and for strangers to see your opportunity or your products as something that they may want, right? Because that's what sales is. You have something that someone else wants. So for that to happen, they need to somehow see what's going on, right? And somehow you need to be different than Sally next door, right? Who's doing the same thing. Because if everybody holds up that coffee cup and says, this is a beautiful pink coffee cup, and this person is saying beautiful pink coffee cup, and this person is saying beautiful pink coffee cup, why are they buying from you? Right? It sounds familiar. This is where you're stuck. I know this is exactly where you're stuck. You have these products that everybody's doing. And then when your neighbor over here, who's maybe blonde and you're brunette, and she ends up being skinny and she sells more than you, now it's messing with your head. Now you're like, oh, wait a minute. Maybe I'm not good enough. Maybe I'm not meant to do this. Yes, you are. You are meant to do this. Okay. You are definitely meant to do this. And here's why. You are unique. And you are needed. And there are a lot of brunettes that are looking just like you that need that pink coffee cup. Okay. But they will never know that that pink coffee cup exists unless you build a storefront that is online out there. Okay. So how do you do that? How do you know what to post? Step one is you're going to have to figure out who you are, what you're passionate about, and what kind of person you are, because you cannot post just something else because it feels inauthentic to the people that know you, the people that are dealing with you. See, if you, for example, are trying to be this fitness influencer, even though you are not, but you're trying to copy your blonde upline's fitness stories, the people that know you say like, yeah, like you making those box jumps, like, yeah, like you are not, you liar. So if you are lying already about that, it's probably not going to be such a great product. Okay. Do you see the problem? Here's the disconnect. You cannot just post something someone else is doing. You have to learn how to post something that is you. Okay. If you post something, for example, of like, oh, I wish I would be able to do those box jumps and my friend over here does it, but I cannot yet. Okay. Then it's a lot more authentic. And the people that are also like you, they are going to be drawn to you and say, I really wish I could do that too, but I can't either. So how are you going to try to get there? Okay. If you share your journey to get there, or to like just talk about what you want to have happen in life, or why you would want something and ask for support, maybe now you are starting to rebel off the people that are also possibly wanting, they're either supporting you or they are going to also want what you want. Okay. That is a thing. How do you get so authentic that you even know what it is that you want? The way how I started was I picked 3 words that resonated with me and what I wanted to do. I wanted to teach. I wanted to love, because I love a lot of people, and I give my last shirt if I have to, right? I love service. I love helping people. I love being there for other people. That's just what fuels me, that fills my soul, right? So I wanted to teach, I wanted to love, and I wanted to inspire, because people would always say, I'm so inspired by you. And my trips and my camping and my travels and all the stuff, people would say, I'm so inspired by you. So I focused on teaching, loving, and inspiring. Now, how does that convert into a brand? The Walk It Free brand, right? The heal, connect, and level up. So the healing portion on that, because I was thinking, who am I and how can I bring this, all of me, to the table in service for other people? So healing, I have had so much ability to heal. I am a Stephen minister. I am a coach. I've been coaching one-on-one for years. Now I've started this freedom mentorship that's affordable for everyone. It's only $27. It's a group coaching program. That's my way of scaling my hours so that I can help and love more people. But I've gone through so many different scenarios in my life and circumstances that I probably overcame almost every challenge that you might have. And that is why I am able to heal and help and show you a road that will make you tackle whatever it is that you've got going on, right? So healing, mindset, thought coaching, all those things are in that tab, right? Then connecting, that's the inspiring part, the inspiration part, like connecting with who you are. I remember when I first got working on my brand and I had to connect with myself, I was so devastated. I didn't know anymore who I was. I was supposed to write down 100 things about me, and I couldn't write anything down. I didn't know what my core values were. I didn't know what I liked. I was like the runaway bride who just never even knew what kind of eggs I liked, right? So I had to travel. To prove to myself that, one, I could do it by myself. I needed to learn how to trust myself. B, I needed to learn what I even like, okay? Because I had thoughts. Do I want to stay where I'm at? Do I not want to stay? Do I want to move out of state? What kind of friends do I want? What environment do I want? Who do I want to even be? It was like a nonstop blah, 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 blah in my brain. I was overthinking all the time. And I needed to get out and I needed to figure things out and I needed to connect with who am I? Who is Stephanie? How do I want my life to live? Okay. I don't want to die one day, be completely upset about how I lived my life, right? I want every day to be the way how I like it. So if today is my last day, I'm going to die happy and say, you know what? I've lived this day the best I could now. Okay. That's what I wanted to get to. So that's what is inspiring to other people, because they want to do the same thing. They don't want to run around like sheep. They want to lead their own lives. Okay. That's the connection part. And then when you realize that, yeah, I kind of want to go all the way back there. I want to have all this, but I don't have the skills to get there. You need to level up. You need to learn how to level up. So that's how it came together for me, right? I needed to learn these are skills. I give you a CrossFit example right now. I would love to do these pull-ups, gymnastic moves, right? I cannot. I do not have the skills. I do not have the muscles yet. I cannot do that yet. That's totally fine though, okay? Because right now I have to tell my brain it's okay to just hang. And it's so hard for me. I want to skip out of it. It's so uncomfortable. But you know how they say, all the good things are happening on the other side of the comfort level, correct? So I want to stick out. I want to get out of it. I don't want to even do it. But you cannot. You have to learn how to develop the skills. Even if it's uncomfortable, you have to stick with it until you actually get that result, okay? So here's the thing. 3 words. What are they for you? What are 3 words that are really resonating with you, that you like, and that can then be used for your content pillars? Because see, I post about healing, I post about connecting, and I post about leveling up, right? Those are the 3 things. The how-tos are my videos. My healing is my inspirational post. My connecting is my inspirational post. My loving, supporting posts, right? Those kind of things. Those are my heal, connect, and level up. Those are my content pillars. What is it for you? What 3 words mark you? Like mine: teach, love, inspire. What are the 3 words for you? And how do they tie into 3 things that you can use to get conversations into your business? Okay. What is it for you? You need to take time on this. So many of us want to just like, oh, we just need to run around and we need to do these things and, we need to post something. That does not work anymore, you guys. People are smart. People are smart, and strangers that don't know you, they are smart. When you are lying, they're going to know. Okay. When you are not who you are and who you said you are, they're going to know. And they're not going to buy from you. So you need to really dig down deep and own the suckville. So if you are not yet being able to do those box jumps that you are wanting to do not pretend that you can. People will know you can't. They're going to look at your body. They're going to say, yeah, you're selling this weight loss supplement. Look at you. You're really not that skinny either. So may not be working for you so well. And that is where you're stuck, because you're trying to pretend to be somebody that you're not, rather than embracing who you are right now. You can say, listen, I am super fat. I can't do it yet. Or I'm not where I want to be with my body, because my goal is to be fit and healthy for my children. My personal goal is I'm going to be in the best shape of my life when I hit 50. That's my goal. Okay. And what do I need to do for that? I need to work out every single day. I need to do certain things every single day. I need to work on my mobility. I'm starting to realize, hey, 49 years old now, we're having some aches and pains and some eeks and creaks. And, what I do also know is that, supplementation is important, right? It aids me on my way to where I want to go. So what is it for you? How can you turn that into something that works for you right now? Because that's when you inspire other people to say, I feel like that too. Maybe what you're doing maybe helps me too. Okay. And it's more authentic this way. And when you are not having to lie all the time, you're also not going to be overthinking your content so much. I mean, just let's get real. If you are overthinking your content so much, it's probably because you have low self-esteem. You're worried that you're going to be judged. You're worried that people are going to come after you or saying certain things, or, that needs to be healed, by the way, you guys. Why we have a lack of confidence? That is something that needs to be healed. There are thoughts that are happening here for you. There are thoughts that are pretending and provoking you from it. Now, I hear a lot of times that people are saying like, oh, I don't have money to invest. Okay. I hear that a lot. And I want to tell you today, right now, and I'm sorry, it's going to be a little bit straight shooting from the hip. But if you are saying you don't have money, you are basically saying you're not taking yourself seriously enough. Okay. I get that. We don't have thousands of dollars to invest in mentors and mentorship programs. But I do guarantee you that if you do not have $27 to invest into something that will help you figure out who you are and what you really want to get to and what it will take for you to get there, you're probably not taking yourself very seriously. Okay. If you already have somebody working with you, great. That's no big deal, right? Go and do that. But if you don't do anything, I'm telling you, you are going to need to do something, because you don't want to end up one day with your life saying like, oh, I wish I would have invested $27 in me. See, you buy coffee, but you're not buying clarity. Pick it, right? Does coffee last you a long time, or does clarity last you a long time? See, I do this with my kids, for example. This summertime, right? Summer is almost over. Summer break is almost over. And I sat with them and I said, what do we want to get into this summer? What is important for us? What do we want to make sure that we do? And I tell them every single day that we need to be in the moment. We need to be sure that the things that we're putting in are the big rocks into our day, not wasting our day, but putting in what we want to do. And then not just having that, but then learning how to be very conscious that we actually are doing that. Because when you are realizing, think about 2025, think about you did probably New Year's resolutions, or set to yourself, somehow this is the progress I wanted to make this year. How much of that progress have you actually done? Let's just be honest with ourselves. How much have you done of that? Have you actually lived your life the last 6 months? Have you lived your life that way? Probably not. Probably not. Okay? Because it takes a lot of energy to be intentionally with your time, intentionally with what you're wanting to do, intentional with what parts do you even like. And this is where the problem is. So many of us are running around in the world. We are completely hustling, bustling. That's why we all have anxiety. We are not clear anymore as to who we are, what brings us joy, and how we are going to get there. Come on, be honest. That's why you don't know what to post. Because if you would have something that you are super excited about, if you would have a goal that you're working towards, if you would have some clarity for something, you would actually know what you're going to do. You would have purpose. And that is what we want, right? In this life, we all want to matter. We want purpose. You would have purpose if you would be in touch and clear about who and what you're doing with your life. I'm sorry. I know this stinks when you hear it that way. And maybe you have not watched, or maybe you have already turned off the video. But hear me now. I have seen people die with regrets. And that's not pretty, guys. That is not pretty. That is not nice when you have a terminal illness and you're out of time and you do not have any more time. And next thing you know, you have a terminal illness and you're gone. And then you cannot do the things anymore that you could be doing now. But oh no, let's not invest $27 on clarity. Let's make sure we are spending $27 on, we don't even remember what we spent the last $27 on. It's the truth. Okay, so you have your three, let me get my notes here. You have your three content pillars. You need to make sure you're being very intentional. I get a lot of I get very excited when I talk about this stuff. You need to make sure you are very intentional with the things that you are putting into your day. And then you need to have systems. Okay. So systems is the difference between what will make you or break you. Because if you don't have systems, you're probably floating around and you are doing less of what needs to be done. You may not be completely not doing it, but you may be doing less of what really needs to be done. That goes for your business. That goes for your household. That goes for everything there is. If you do not have a system that ensures that you're spending time where you want to spend time, that you're spending time on the things that you want to spend time with, if you don't have a system that ensures that, you are probably spending time focusing on your phone and scrolling away on TikTok. And if you don't believe me, I want you to go and check your screen time. And you'll be very surprised how many hours and hours and hours you're sitting on TikTok and you're not even realizing it. That is the key, okay? So when it comes to time management, I sit down and say, okay, number one priority is my family, my children. Number one priority, okay? But in order to take care of my number one priority, I need to make a lot of money. Because if I don't make money, I cannot take care of my number one priority. See, that's where you guys are wrong sometimes when you think, oh, I don't need to focus on making money. Dang, yes, you need to. Because guess what? Try to look in your baby's eyes and say, I cannot afford this right now. I'm telling you, that tears me apart to say, I cannot do it. I know you want this. I really would love to make that for you. I would love to make this happen for you, but I can't. Tears me up. Okay? We do not realize we are on borrowed time here. We are on borrowed time. We have to make things happen. Because we only have 18 summers with our children. Remember this, 18 maybe. And then that means that you have that much time to build a relationship with them so that they're going to stay and come back, or come back to you. That they want to spend time with you. Because once they're 18, they get to decide what they want to do. They might not want to spend time with you anymore. Because if you are not getting your parenting game under control, then maybe they don't spend time with you anymore. So you have like a limited amount of time to make that happen. Then after that, how are you going to pay for things? How are you going to afford your life insurance? How are you going to afford your retirement? Like, so many of you are not thinking about these things. You're thinking about the right now, right here. What if you cannot pay for the medications anymore? Maybe you want to invest in your fitness a little bit right now. Because what if you don't have money to pay your co-pays? I know we want to say we don't have time, but we do. We have time. We just don't have focus. Okay. So when you want to know what you're going to need to post, you need to get in touch with who you are, because you are leveling up your quality of life right then and there. Okay. If you know who you are and you're living and aligning your life based on who you are and what is passionate, what's good for you, you're going to enjoy every single day. And then if you then combine that with your entrepreneur business, with your online business, you are going to love working on top of it. And you're not going to feel like, oh, that sucks, I don't want to do it. No, you're going to get rejuvenated. Like, I love making this video for you right now. I love it. It fuels me up. I can feel that energy in my body. And it fuels me up to teach, because that is who I am. Teaching and loving and inspiring you, hopefully, to taking action is what fuels me. And the more I allow that energy to come in, regardless if you're going to buy anything from me, it doesn't matter, but it's me. This is who I am. I love doing these things, right? And when you do it, it doesn't feel like work. That's the best part. It doesn't feel like work. And when it doesn't feel like work, now you are actually in purpose, okay? In purpose. You are having gifts, you received gifts, you are aware of your gifts, and you're giving them away. Now that means purpose. And that video, I don't know. I don't know if you're going to click on my mentorship link. I don't know if you're going to take a look at my website. I don't know. It's not for me to know. My job is to show up. My job is to show up and create content for you right now. That is right now my job. Now, if you buy mentorship from me, then my job is to help you figure your stuff out, right? That's another job. Right now, my job is to be here speaking to you. Now, your job is to figure out who you are, who you're meant for, and how you can connect with them. That is how you're posting. What is interesting to you? You are attracting people to you by knowing who you are and showing that so they can find you. See, you can run around with this magnet all over the place, and if you don't have the other part of the magnet anywhere near you, what do you think? You think they're going to connect? They won't. Here, let's say this is your magnet, right? You walk around and you go like this. Does it connect with anything? No. But if you have the other piece of the magnet, right? Boom, it connects. So you got to make yourself available for people to find you. You got to be out there. You can't be hiding somewhere. Nobody can connect with you. Okay, so time management. Please don't tell yourself you don't have time. You just don't have a lack of focus, right? And the last, what are the obstacles we have? Yes, so time management is one. Mindset is another one. Subconscious fears. See, if you're afraid to post, if you're afraid to write, if you don't know what people are going to say about you, there's still something that needs to be uncovered. There's still something that you need to figure out why. Why is this there? What is happening? Burnout is a third one that prevents everybody from doing what they need to do. Burnout, okay? That's not enough self-care. What is self-care? It's not getting your nails done. It's not getting your pedicure done. Self-care is actually good nutrition. Stop eating all that sugar stuff. Stop eating the dyes. Stop eating all the junk food, fast food crap. Learn how to cook, okay? Learn how to cook. That's self-care. Learn how to prepare food in advance. That's self-care. Go work out. That's self-care. Go move your body. That's self-care. Go sleep. So many of us are not sleeping enough. That's one of my goals too, sleeping. When you have kids, it's a little bit hard. But sleep, 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 sleep. Stop scrolling. Stop doom scrolling. Those are the things, my friend, okay? Don't let lack of time stop you. You just have a lack of focus and a lack of passion, okay? You don't have a lack of time. You have time. Mindset. Figure out what's between your ears. What is there? What fears? What doubts? What lack of confidence? Where can I get clear? Where can I take action? Okay? The mindset is everything. If you don't believe that you can, you will never do it. So, but you can work on mindset. That's the good news. Sometimes we think we're doomed, but we're not. We can work on mindset. It's amazing. And it's not even super expensive. It's $27. Go check out the link. All right. And then burnout. Please just take care of yourself. Don't eat all that crap food, okay? They're trying to make you sick. They're trying to make you poison in your brain. They're giving you all the anxiety. You do not need to have anxiety. You do not need to worry about your ADHD. You can start focusing on nutrition, good supplementation, and you can focus on clarity of authenticity. Who am I and where do I want to go and what skills are missing from here to here, okay? And then don't let anyone guilting you in wanting to make more money, because you need to have money in order to help other people. Try to feed a homeless person with no money in your pocket. It's not possible. Okay? All right. I hope this was helpful to you. Let me know your takeaways in the comments. I would love to know. And walk it free, my friends.